ferry, the water seemed eager to join the animal on the raft. To my surprise, the raft sank. I solved this problem by building a wall around the raft, preventing the water from getting on board. Because we were still soaking wet when we got to the other side, I lit a large fire in our tent to dry us. Our journey, however, was to continue in a rather uplifting manner.
Wow, pretty landing. Let's do it again, shall we?
When my mammoth boarded a local ferry, the water seemed eager to join the animal on the raft. To my surprise, the raft sank. I solved this problem by building a wall around the raft, preventing the water from getting on board. Because we were still soaking wet when we got to the other side, I lit a large fire in our tent to dry us. Our journey, however, was to continue in a rather uplifting manner.
Wow, that was funny.
Due to the nature of their job, stunt mammoths require regular bathing. However, an unwilling mammoth can use its weight very effectively to avoid being dragged to the washtub. On one occasion, I witnessed an ingenious use of liquid soap and marbles. Once spread beneath the animal's bulk, they greatly reduced its resistance to washing, but sadly not its irritation. It was common practice for farmers near my laboratory to harvest lemons using a copper lance. I decided to help by equipping the workers' mammoths with some lightweight zinc rods which I had left over from an earlier experiment. I was surprised to see both workers and mammoths seized by invisible forces each time they speared a lemon. Although the farmers were shocked by this turn of events, I could foresee some useful applications for this new source of power.
Wow.
I found on my travels that mammoth milk was highly nutritious, though obtaining it was a dangerous task, the animals being notoriously touchy. I decided that some form of harness was needed. I used a system of wheels to lift the beast, and was surprised to find that the more wheels I ran the rope over, the easier it was to lift the mammoth. Although obtaining the precious milk was indeed easier, my mammoth harness was still in need of a few modifications. surprising grace, as I discovered when one young animal borrowed my unicycle. The wheel's rotation aided the beast's natural balance. He became alarmed, however, when the massive wheel resisted his efforts to stop. A pond ended his dizzy trip, but the spinning wheel continued to throw mud far and wide long after the crash.
Wow. Groovy.
The mammoth is not renowned for its abilities as a musician, so I was most surprised to witness three brave musicians using a mammoth to produce innovative music. A tightly strung tail produced an interesting twang. The animal's taut belly made an admirable boom, while a sharp tap with a hammer made the tusks chime quite pleasantly. The resulting music, enhanced by the mammoth's own trumpet call, could only be described as experimental.
Wow, that music looks great. Oh, let's see now. Start watch this movie right here.
In the mountainous southern areas, villagers communicated by using the age-old system of catapulting mammoth couriers from one village to the next. However, the system was threatened by a shortage of volunteer mammoths. In my new system, stones of varying size represented letters of the alphabet and were collected by a receiver. Unfortunately, the catapulter's aim was not always what it could have been. Although mammoths must wear shoes to protect their delicate feet, frequent shoe renewal can become a chore. In the search for longer-lasting footwear, the local blacksmith happened upon some pieces of iron of the right size and shape.
Whoa.
However, after the first fitting of the new design, a powerful attraction between the shoes prevented all movement on the part of the wearer.
That's silly. Floating again already? Oh, let's watch this movie.
When my mammoth boarded a local ferry, in the Mammoth Olympics, the crystal discus was a very popular event because of each throw's exciting conclusion. Spare discuses were prepared by my apprentice. But his initial enthusiasm soon gave way to delusions of miniature mammoths parading across the wall. The apparitions were followed by very real smoke and fire. The project lost me a workshop as well as a promising apprentice.
Wow! Someone let the house down. Wow, this is my computer. I can see what. So let's get on with the movie. So on with the show. Show. Narrating, please. Thank you.
I once came upon a forest mammoth who could both count and remember several numbers at a time. His enterprising owner, a logger by trade, would tap a tusk once for each log needed. A pull on his tail would send him off to bring back the requested number of trees. I decided to expand the mammoth's skills by teaching him addition. It was a mistake, however, to have him calculate our restaurant bill. Although he got the total amount right, he delivered the answer in logs.
Wow, some broke in it.
I recently came across an ingenious use of mammoth power. A cam-powered hammer cracked the eggs of an extinct bird, and a crank-powered shovel pushed away their shells. It appears the contraption was part of a new restaurant chain, dedicated to serving omelets of mammoth proportions.
Let's get milking.
I found on my travels that mammoth milk was highly nutritious. Though obtaining it was a dangerous task, the animal...
Oh, that wasn't bad. Let's try something else. Let's start with heat.
I have often observed that the thing mammoths love most, with the possible exception of eating, is to sleep in the sun. I found that the heat absorbed by a mammoth during the day could be employed in providing a hot shower. A mammoth can similarly be used to pass heat to a cold bed, the only problem being removing the animal at bedtime. As a commercial concern, a mammoth makes a fine heated clothes press. It is essential, however, to use nimble employees for this task, as the mammoth may resume its original position at any time.
Whoa. Whoa! Let's go for a different place. Ooh. Seesaw. Levers like this. Ordinary. Let's get on with it. So, on with the show.
The smell of a mammoth's sleeping quarters was notoriously bad. To control this problem, keepers trained their mammoths to sleep on mats, which had to be changed with some regularity. Moving a beast to change the foul-smelling fabric, however, was not an easy task.
Oh.
One day, I observed that a certain keeper had less trouble than others. I was astonished to see that by easing one end of a long pole beneath the creature's massive bulk, the keeper had constructed a simple lever that enabled him to lift the mammoth single-handed.